When people think of the best places to live in the United States, cities like New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco often come to mind. Hubs of culture, wealth, and opportunity that have long attracted dreamers and achievers. Yet in recent years, another city has quietly emerged as a phenomenon, drawing not only the wealthy but also researchers, innovators, and professionals who want both economic opportunity and quality of life. That city is Seattle. While many still associate it with constant rain, few realize just how much it has to offer. One of the nation's strongest economies, world-renowned universities and research institutions, a thriving biotech and tech industry, and a natural setting that rivals anywhere in the world. So is Seattle really as great as rumored? Let's find out now. 1. Natural beauty and outdoor lifestyle. Seattle is often described as a city where urban living and wild landscapes blend seamlessly. Nestled between the saltwater of Puget Sound and the freshwater of Lake Washington, the city offers an ever-present connection to water. To the east and west, the Cascade and Olympic Mountain ranges frame the skyline, while the snow-capped peak of Mount Rainier looms in the distance like a natural monument. For residents, this proximity to such diverse environments means endless opportunities for outdoor recreation. Skiing in the Cascades, kayaking on Lake Union, paddleboarding in Elliott Bay, or hiking the dozens of forest trails just outside the city. The frequent drizzle that Seattle is famous for is not seen as a burden, but as a gift that keeps the region lush, green, and vibrant year-round. Locals often say, "The rain is the reason it's so beautiful here," and many are willing to trade blue skies for a landscape that remains alive with color, no matter the season. 2. The rain isn't as bad as people think. Seattle's reputation for constant rain is one of the most misunderstood aspects of the city. While it does indeed rain on many days, the actual volume of precipitation is relatively low compared to other major U.S. cities. Seattle averages around 38 to 39 inches of rainfall per year, substantially less than New York, Houston, or Miami. What makes Seattle appear rain-soaked is the frequency of light drizzle rather than heavy downpours. The city experiences rain or precipitation, defined as at least 0.01 inches, on about 150 to 156 days annually, far more than many other cities. Despite these many rainy days, most are gentle drizzles that contribute to a mild, misty climate, not violent storms. Seattle's winters remain mild, with average highs typically in the mid-under 40 degrees Fahrenheit and minimal snow, around 6 inches per year. Residents quickly adapt by investing in good rain gear and embracing indoor activities during the wetter months. Summers are comfortably warm without the oppressive heat that plagues other parts of the country. Over time, many even grow fond of the softer, misty weather, as it creates an atmosphere of coziness and calm that is hard to replicate elsewhere. Looks like the rain is just a minor issue here. What do you think about these fairy dust showers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. 3. Coffee and culture scene. Seattle's rain often acts as the perfect backdrop to one of its most iconic cultural traits: its coffee culture. While Starbucks may be the most famous export, the true spirit of Seattle's coffee scene lies in the hundreds of independent coffee houses that dot the city. Each cafe serves as a neighborhood gathering place, a hub for remote workers, artists, and students seeking warmth and inspiration on gray afternoons. The culture of Seattle extends far beyond coffee, however. It is a city deeply tied to music, having birthed jazz icons in the mid-20th century and the grunge movement in the 1990s, with bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam defining a generation. Today, live music venues, art galleries, theaters, and film festivals keep cultural life vibrant. For many, the rain outside only amplifies the coziness inside, whether in a cafe, a concert hall, or a bookstore. If you like this video, please give us a like and a subscribe. 4. No state income tax. One of the most compelling financial advantages of living in Seattle is that Washington State does not levy a personal income tax, a rarity shared by only 8 other states. This means residents keep far more of their earnings, especially impactful for high-income professionals in tech, aerospace, or healthcare. For example, a resident earning the median household income of around $89,430 in Washington retains approximately $76,988 after taxes, while that same person in California would take home only $69,290, translating to nearly $7,700 more in discretionary income. While Seattle's cost of living is high, the absence of state income tax helps offset housing costs and other expenses, making the city more financially appealing than it might otherwise seem. This unique tax advantage is one of the hidden reasons Seattle continues to attract both individuals and businesses. Winners under this system tend to be high earners. The top 1% in Washington pay just 3% of their income in state and local taxes, while the lowest income 20% contribute a disproportionately high 17.8%, the highest rate in the country for that income bracket. Recent reforms, including a working family's tax credit and a capital gains tax, have slightly improved equity. Lower income filers saw their tax share reduced by 1.4 percentage points. 5. Strong job market. Economic opportunity is one of the most powerful magnets drawing people to Seattle. Over the past few decades, the city has transformed from a regional port town into a global hub of commerce and innovation. Amazon's headquarters alone employs tens of thousands of people, reshaping the downtown core into a tech powerhouse. Microsoft, just across Lake Washington in Redmond, continues to be one of the world's most influential technology companies. Together, these giants create an ecosystem that nurtures smaller startups, attracts venture capital, and encourages entrepreneurial risk-taking. For professionals in fields like software development, data science, and business management, Seattle offers career ladders that are difficult to match anywhere else in the country, even outside of tech. Companies like Starbucks, Costco, and Nordstrom anchor the economy with global reach, providing stable jobs in retail, supply chains, and corporate leadership. In short, Seattle offers not just jobs but careers with growth potential, which keeps drawing ambitious people despite the gray skies. 6. Remote work destination. Seattle has emerged as one of the most desirable U.S. cities for remote workers, particularly in the years following the COVID-19 pandemic. According to U.S. Census Bureau data, about 31% of Seattle's workforce worked remotely in 2023, placing the city among the top metros nationwide for telecommuting adoption. This shift is supported by Seattle's excellent digital infrastructure. The city ranks among the most connected in the country, with widespread gigabit-speed internet availability and public Wi-Fi zones in libraries, parks, and transit hubs. For remote professionals, Seattle offers more than just reliable internet. Its thriving ecosystem of co-working spaces such as WeWork, Industrious, and The Riveter provides networking opportunities and flexible work environments. Local coffee shops, part of Seattle's famous cafe culture, also double as informal workspaces, giving remote workers both convenience and community. Lifestyle perks add another layer of appeal. Remote employees can set up their desks with views of Mount Rainier, Elliott Bay, or Lake Union, and then step outside for kayaking, hiking, or cycling after the workday ends. Importantly, Seattle allows remote workers to balance independence with access to professional networks. Even if they don't commute daily to tech giants like Amazon, Microsoft, or Expedia, remote professionals remain close to a thriving economy and industry meetups. In fact, surveys show that nearly 60% of remote workers prioritize living in cities with strong cultural and professional amenities, making Seattle a natural fit. Many out-of-state workers, freed from office requirements, have even chosen Seattle simply because of its livability, natural beauty, and progressive culture, regardless of where their employer is headquartered. 7. High wages and economic opportunities. Seattle is one of those rare cities where the high cost of living is often balanced by equally high earning potential. While housing prices and rents are undeniably steep, salaries across major industries consistently rank among the highest in the nation, giving residents the means to build stable and prosperous lives. The average annual wage in the Seattle metro area was around $135,000 in 2025. In specialized fields such as software development, aerospace engineering, healthcare, and biotech research, six-figure salaries are not uncommon, and experienced professionals at companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Boeing often earn compensation packages that place them in the top tier of U.S. workers. Beyond individual paychecks, Seattle's broader economic strength creates an environment where ambition can truly pay off. The city regularly ranks among the top U.S. metros for job growth, and its diverse economic base offers security even when one sector fluctuates. For example, the presence of both big tech and aerospace provides balance, while healthcare and education anchor the local economy with stable employment. Ambitious workers can leverage this environment to advance their careers more quickly than in cities with fewer high-growth industries. The presence of numerous startups and venture capital investment firms also makes Seattle appealing for entrepreneurial spirits who can take advantage of a thriving innovation ecosystem without relocating to Silicon Valley. For many, these opportunities outweigh the downsides of expensive real estate or gray skies. A young professional might start out renting an apartment in Capitol Hill or Ballard, working for a mid-sized tech firm, and within a few years transition into a senior role with substantial pay increases. Families may choose to settle in nearby suburbs like Bellevue or Redmond, where access to good schools combines with strong local job markets. Even remote workers benefit, since living in Seattle allows them to enjoy the city's professional networks, co-working spaces, and high wages if they switch into local employers later. Ultimately, Seattle's combination of strong earning potential, economic resilience, and upward mobility is one of its greatest draws. People aren't just living here for the scenery or lifestyle. They are coming to build wealth, secure careers, and create futures in a city where opportunity feels tangible. For many, the rain is a small price to pay for being part of one of the most dynamic economies in the United States. 8. Education. Seattle's intellectual vitality is anchored by the University of Washington, one of the world's leading research universities, consistently ranked among the top recipients of federal research funding in the United States. In 2024 alone, University of Washington secured over $572 million in NIH awards across more than 1,000 projects, supporting cutting-edge work in medicine, engineering, computer science, and public health. Students at University of Washington benefit from direct involvement in this research culture, with opportunities to participate in groundbreaking projects such as the development of advanced medical therapies, renewable energy solutions, and artificial intelligence applications. Beyond University of Washington, Seattle hosts world-renowned institutes like the Allen Institute for Brain Science, which created the influential Allen Brain Atlas, a digital map that has transformed global neuroscience, and the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, which informs international health policy through its comprehensive data and analysis. These institutions not only attract top researchers and faculty, but also provide internships, fellowships, and career pipelines for students eager to engage in innovation at a global scale. For families, the presence of such high-caliber educational resources ensures not just quality schooling for children, but also a long-term environment of discovery, achievement, and opportunity that continues to make Seattle an appealing place to live. 9. Health, biotech, and research economy. Seattle has firmly established itself as a global health, biotech, and research powerhouse, where groundbreaking science and commercial innovation flourish side by side. In 2024, research institutions across Washington received $1.4 billion in NIH and NSF grants, ranking the state 9th in the U.S. per capita, with leading recipients including University of Washington, Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center, Seattle Children's, and the Allen Institute. Institutions like Fred Hutch, UW-Medicine, and the Allen Institute are not only scientific leaders, they're talent engines. Fred Hutch has produced multiple Nobel laureates and spawned breakthrough startups like Juno Therapeutics, which built a $265 million IPO on Hutch-derived CAR-T work. UW-Medicine, with 6 Nobel Prize connections, including 2024 chemistry laureate David Baker, is consistently rated among the nation's top hospitals, excelling in cancer care, rehabilitation, neurology, maternity, and more. Seattle also supports a vibrant biotech ecosystem beyond academia. In 2022, life sciences venture investment in Washington topped $1 billion, including deals for firms like Bonum Therapeutics, Kajal Neuroscience, and Chinook Therapeutics. Biopharma clustering reports rank Seattle among the top 10 U.S. biotech hubs, with over 46,000 jobs, 8.5 million square feet of lab space, thousands of patents, an annual investment of $850 million plus in VC and $1.8 billion in NIH funding. Cutting-edge clinical translation is encouraged through programs like Fred Hutch's Evergreen Fund, which has awarded $7.5 million plus to internal innovators accelerating therapies toward patients. For scientists, clinicians, and innovators, Seattle offers much more than credentials. It provides tangible opportunities. Whether you're in immunotherapy, genomics, digital health, or precision medicine, Seattle provides the capital, facilities, mentors, and commercialization pathways to turn research into real-world impact. 10. Progressive and diverse community. Seattle has long been recognized for its progressive values, which makes it an attractive destination for people seeking an inclusive and socially conscious environment. The city has been a leader in environmental policy, social justice initiatives, and protections for marginalized communities. Seattle's reputation as a progressive and diverse community is not just part of its identity, it is anchored in data and real-world policy. Nearly 40% of Seattle residents identify as people of color, with the Asian population alone comprising about 17%, and nearly 20% of residents born outside the United States. Neighborhoods like the Chinatown International District, home to Chinese, Japanese, and Vietnamese communities, act as vibrant cultural hubs rich in history and small businesses. The city's commitment to inclusion is demonstrated through pioneering legislation such as its 2023 law banning caste discrimination, the first of its kind in the U.S., which directly impacts housing, employment, and public spaces. Seattle also regularly celebrates diversity through events like Festal, a series of free annual cultural festivals hosted at Seattle Center, drawing crowds ranging from 5,000 to 250,000, and showcasing arts, performances, and cuisines from across the world. Yet the city still faces challenges. A recent survey found that nearly 40% of Asians in the Seattle area experienced discrimination in the past year, highlighting the ongoing need for outreach and safety improvements. Collectively, these facts demonstrate that while Seattle is progressive in its policies, cultural events, and demographics, it remains actively engaged in building a safer, more inclusive city for all. 11. West Coast location and global connections. Seattle's strategic West Coast location continues to shape its global economic and cultural influence. As a major trade and travel hub, the city leverages its deepwater port and robust airport connections to link North America with Asia, Europe, and beyond. In 2023, the ports of Seattle and Tacoma operated jointly under the Northwest Seaport Alliance, supported over 265,000 jobs, delivered $17.7 billion in wages and benefits, and generated nearly $55 billion in business output. The maritime operations alone processed nearly 3 million TEUs of container cargo, serving as one of the nation's largest gateways. Meanwhile, Seattle-Tacoma International Airport provided a major boost to the region in 2023, supporting about 175,000 jobs, generating $10.5 billion in wages, and producing $33.3 billion in business output. Seattle-Tacoma International Airport is also a key international gateway, offering nonstop flights to Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, while Vancouver and Portland are just a short drive away. This makes Seattle an ideal home base for professionals who travel frequently for business, as well as for those who want global cultural connections. The city is not just an isolated urban center. It is a bridge between North America and the Pacific Rim. 12. Quality of urban life. Seattle offers a quality of urban life that few American cities can match, blending the sophistication of a major metropolitan area with the warmth and character of small-town living. In the city's core, downtown Seattle hums with activity, its skyscrapers housing global corporations, vibrant performing arts venues like the Fifth Avenue Theater and Paramount Theater, and cultural landmarks such as Pike Place Market, where locals and tourists alike mingle amid the smell of fresh flowers and coffee. Yet, just a few minutes away, neighborhoods like Ballard, Fremont, and Capitol Hill feel like their own little worlds, each with distinct traditions, architectural styles, and community spirit. Ballard celebrates its Nordic heritage with seafood restaurants and the annual Saitende Mai Festival. Fremont thrives on creativity and quirk with its famous Solstice Parade and public art, while Capitol Hill offers a rich blend of nightlife, LGBTQ+ pride, and independent businesses. The city's neighborhoods are not only diverse, but also deeply community-focused. Weekly farmers markets bring together growers, artisans, and residents, creating spaces where people connect over food and shared values. Local coffee shops and bookstores double as gathering hubs, reinforcing the sense that while Seattle is a bustling global hub, it is also a patchwork of tight-knit villages. The Seattle Public Library System, an award-winning institution of striking modern architecture and wide community reach, provides free access to knowledge, events, and resources that strengthen civic life. Community centers and recreation hubs further encourage connections across age groups, while volunteer organizations give residents opportunities to contribute to the common good. Public spaces also play a central role in Seattle's livability, with over 485 public parks ranging from waterfront views at Gasworks Park to forested trails in Discovery Park. The outdoors is never far away, even in the urban heart. These green spaces serve as natural extensions of the city's neighborhoods, where families picnic, musicians perform, and joggers weave along trails with the skyline as a backdrop. Combined with an extensive system of bike lanes and pedestrian-friendly streets, Seattle's layout allows residents to enjoy an active lifestyle without always needing a car. For many, what makes Seattle truly livable is this harmonious balance of contrasts. The energy of a world-class city softened by the intimacy of local traditions. The bustle of global business tempered by serene waterfronts and mountains on the horizon. The innovation of cutting-edge industries paired with everyday rituals like buying local produce or chatting with neighbors at a cafe. Even the city's famous drizzle becomes a shared experience, an atmospheric backdrop to cozy gatherings, creative work, or the simple pleasure of a warm cup of coffee by the window. Ultimately, Seattle delivers a lifestyle that is at once cosmopolitan and personal. It is a city where you can pursue ambitious professional goals in technology, medicine, or the arts, and then return home to a community that feels grounded, welcoming, and human-scaled. For those seeking a place that combines opportunity with a genuine sense of belonging, Seattle offers a model of urban living that is as enriching as it is enduring. At first glance, Seattle might seem like an unlikely paradise, a city draped in gray skies and soft drizzle. Yet, when you look closer, the rain is only a backdrop to something much bigger. From its world-class job market and booming research institutions to its stunning natural surroundings and inclusive, forward-looking culture, Seattle has become far more than just another American city. It's a place where innovation meets quality of life, where people can build both successful careers and meaningful communities. The very things that outsiders dismiss, the misty mornings, the calm rain, are part of what give the city its unique rhythm and charm. For those who seek opportunity, balance, and belonging, Seattle proves that sometimes the best places to live aren't the sunniest, but the ones that shine in every other way.